guys, so as you can tell from my voice, I'm so excited because it's about that time of the year. And for today's tutorial, I'm going to show you guys how I came about this full coverage holiday makeup look. And of course, the very first thing I'm doing is to apply an eyeshadow primer. This will help my shadows last longer and also give me the exact color payoff as we can see from the eyeshadow palette. So I just picked up this new Huda Beauty Warm Brown eyeshadow palette from Sephora, and from here I'll pick up this warm brown eyeshadow, which is the lightest brown from this palette, and begin applying it on my crease, just a little above the crease area, and using kind of a warm brown color as a transitional shade or any other color helps your other shadows you will apply later blend and flow flawlessly. And I can't tell you guys how easier my shadows blend and transition once I have a transitional shade. So from the same palette, I'll go in with a dense brush and pick up this reddish brown color and gently start applying it below the transitional shade I just applied. And I love picking up a little shadow at a time and then blend instead of packing a lot of shadows on the brush, because this makes it almost impossible to blend. You want to take your time because blending is key. Like, you don't want to rush. Just take your time. Take as much time as you need, for blending, and just blend properly. Also, when applying my shadows, I love to start from the lightest and then build down to the darkest. So I will pick up this dark reddish brown and also start applying it on my crease. I love to diffuse different tones of browns when going for a classic look because it helps bring out whatever color I end up using on my lid. And this is a beginner friendly tip. It's very it helps a lot when you follow this step when applying your eyeshadow. And if you've noticed, I always go back with the first brush I used to apply my shadow and use it to blend the colors all together. Also, still from the same palette we've been using, I'll pick up this very dark plum shadow and begin applying it on the outer V section of my eyes, and this will help create depth and shadow to the eyes. It's kind of adding some type of smokiness to the look, and for me, I always feel like adding a dark color on the outer V kind of ties the whole shadows together. I always do this except when I'm creating an open cut crease. If not, I always apply a dark color on my outer V, and while applying, I will also take it into the inner crease. So this concealer has become my favorite in achieving a nice cut crease, and is the Maybelline Age Rewind concealer. I love to deposit a little amount of the concealer at the back of my palm and then use a stiff brush to gradually use it and clean up my lid. And cleaning out eyeshadows on the lid gives the eyes a more cleaner appearance. Once I'm done cleaning out my lid, I will go in with the brush I used to apply the outer V color and then use it to blend the outer V color and the concealer together, so you don't see any demarcation between the two. Now onto my Sephora and Pantone palette, I'll pick up this gorgeous kind of silver or cream shadow. Like, I'm not sure what to call this color, you guys. It's so gorgeous, and I'll begin applying it on the lid exactly where I cleaned out. And oh my gosh, this color always makes me feel so good whenever I have it on because it's so gorgeous, and it makes the whole entire look, like, it helps the whole entire look pop. Okay, so I'm gonna line my waterline with Sleek Twister pencil, but in the process I ended up smearing the line on my lid. Like, oh my gosh, I felt like slapping myself, you guys, but don't worry, I'll correct that when lining my lash line. I'm going to create a very long and pronounced winged liner, and my winged liner shapes always depends on my mood. So I'm in the mood for a very long winged liner today, and the easiest way I apply my liner is to first apply a straight line from the outer corners of my eye and then draw it into the lid, after which I go back and begin filling in the space in between the lines. Like, you guys, a lot of you asked me this question when I posted the picture of this look on my Snapchat, so this is a little beauty tip. Now onto mascara. I'm using JULEP Buildable Lengthening Mascara, and I love this mascara simply because of its tip, which makes it very easy to apply. And I hate mascaras with huge ones because I always end up getting the mascara on my lid, but this one is very small and precise. So I want to add a little sparkle to the eyes, so I will be adding a tiny line of this NYX Liquid Crystal Glitter Liner in between the lid and crease, directly on the line we created while cleaning out the lid, and I wanted a little more detail on the eyes. Then to tie the eye look together, I'm going to apply a pair of lashes, and I'm using this Icon lashes, which is very full and draws attention to the eyes. And I love me some fluffy lashes whenever I'm in the mood for them, and this one is so pretty. Okay, so for my full coverage face, I always use a foundation primer first, and this is kind of the first thing I apply on my skin before my foundation. And I love this B.E.K.A primer because it's so mattifying. If you have an oily skin, you definitely need this. Like, this keeps my makeup matte for a little while before I end up getting oily. So for foundation, I'm using Huda Beauty 4 Filter Foundation, and if you're a subscriber, you know I'm recently getting more and more obsessed with this foundation, and the reason is because it's absolutely a full coverage. I interchange between this foundation and my Kat Von D Lucky Tattoo foundation because they are so good for a problematic skin like mine. I love it, and I like to spot the foundation all over my face and then use a foundation brush to gradually begin stippling it on my skin. If you have a problematic skin, I would advise you use a stippling motion, as this will help a lot in giving you a totally full coverage look. So I'm going to highlight my face with E.Y.E.B.R.O.W Conceal in FAWN, and to highlight simply means to draw in light to the face, which helps in defining the face. If you notice, whenever you apply a foundation, it takes away all the features and shadows of your face, but when you contour and highlight, you help bring back the warmth and dimension on the face. And as you all can see, I applied the concealer on my under eye, my chin, forehead, and the bridge of my nose, and then I began blending it out with my beauty blender sponge. And I feel like using a makeup sponge to blend out your concealer makes it so much easier to melt and blend into the skin. And I achieve the best application whenever I use a makeup sponge. So whenever I apply a concealer, I love to go in with a setting powder to set the areas, because if I don't, it will end up creasing and looking messy. And I love SACHA Buttercup Setting Powder because it complements my skin tone and is also finely milled, which helps it diffuse right into the skin. To set my whole face, I will use MAC Mineralized Skin Finish, and this right here is one of my favorite whole face setting powder. It's so lightweight and feels like you're not wearing any powder, but at the same time it helps set the face flawlessly. Like, I love this setting powder so much, you guys. Now on to contour, I'm using Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Refill Kit in Espresso, Cinnamon and Cocoa, and I just love to run my brush across all the shades and then use the brush to contour my jawline, the hollows of my cheeks, my hairline and the bridge of my nose. And like I mentioned earlier, to contour means to slim down or add color and warmth to the face. Contouring is so essential to a makeup routine because it helps chisel out the face and enhance the features of the face. And I know I keep looking up on my right, and it's because the TV is right there and it's distracting me. Okay, now I'm going to apply blush, and I'm using one of my favorite MAC blush, and this one is called RAIZIN. I'll use it to add some flush of color to my cheeks, and I know some people don't like blush, but girl, I love it. I'm going to go back to the eyes and finish it, and I'm picking up the matte shadows we used on the eyes, and I will use them to smoke out my under lash line. This just helps create more drama and attention to the eyes. After that, I'll apply mascara on my lower lashes, although I barely have anything there. You already know I love to glow, so I will use Bobbi Brown Bronze Glow Highlight and apply it on the highest points of my cheeks. This gives a gorgeous, nice radiance to the face. Also, I'll apply it on my Cupid's bow, the bridge of my nose, and also use it to highlight my inner tear dot. And applying a light color to the inner tear dot helps open up the eyes and also makes it appear bright and awake. So I was confused on what lip color to use for my holiday makeup simply because I'm so tired of seeing red lip all over the place. And I asked you guys on my Snapchat and Instagram, and a lot of you preferred this dark plum color, while others still wanted the red lip. So I will be showing you guys two different lip options which goes perfectly well with this look. Here I'm using ColourPop Mamacita liquid lipstick, which is a gorgeous dark plum color. I love this lipstick a lot. My second lip option is the Fenty Beauty Stunna Lip Paint. This lip color is now one of my favorites because it's so cute. It's kind of a tomato red color and it's not completely drying, which I absolutely love. This right here is the perfect red lip if you're about that red lip life for the holidays. Yeah, you guys, I believe that is it for this tutorial. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and please don't forget to like it and also help me share it because I know a lot of people are looking out for some holiday inspired makeup looks. Yeah guys, until my next video, I will see you all very soon. Bye.